Welcome back to another episode of Is It Shit? Today we're looking at something that was suggested in the comments. We've had a glut of vocal processing plugins recently, and someone suggested I take a look at Gilder. So let's find out. Is it? Gilder, interesting thing. Obviously we had the Pulsar Vocal Studio, we had the Mantra. There's been a few recently of these vocal processing all-in-one things. I sort of tend to veer away from them, but the Pulsar one was impressive, and I'm still using that at the moment. It's just quick. You don't necessarily have to, live by it, but to get mixes going quickly, it is fantastic, that thing. The Mantra again was good, maybe more complicated, something more you got to dive into, but again, does some clever stuff. But someone suggested all you need is this Gilder. You don't need any of those. So let's have a look. First of all, the interface, GUI. I don't know, it's very clean. It reminds me of the old Focusrite liquid channel thing, hardware. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty simple to look at. Nothing complicated going on here. We have at the top the presets. We then have the compressor, which is multiple compressors. I don't know whether they've modelled like the 76 and the LA2A thing together. There's definitely multiple compressors going on there. There's a one knob de-esser. There's a mud remover. There's a smoother. There's an air control, there's a drive control, and then you can add some slapback echo. There's then the input and the output control. So there's not loads going on, but it's supposed to be everything you need and nothing you don't need for processing a vocal. The compressor, it's all right. A lot of one knob compressors I quite like because it's simple and you don't think about it, you just move on. I struggled to get to grips with this one. There were certain times I've found it not really doing what I needed it to do. The same with the de-esser. It was either working a lot or not working at all. It's hard to get that sort of in between. I just want it to react to the S's and nothing else. And I found that difficult, if I'm honest, to set. Mud remover is just like, it's a low cut, and I don't know if it's incredibly useful. I get it. That's what it's doing. This is trying to make it simple for people that don't want to dig in and use separate things and start to learn about EQ and compression. But I found the EQ similar to the compressor and the de-esser. I found the mud remover a bit heavy-handed. The smoother is just a 2.5K cut, which, yes, that's probably quite a good frequency to do a cut if you've got a harsh vocal that's too pokey, but sometimes you want to poke it more, not poke it less. So, again, a little bit not as flexible as I'd like it to be. The air is a high boost. It's fine, but I found it quite difficult to get a decent vocal sound. Quite often when I bypassed it, it sounded better. So yeah, the drive, it's okay, but it's not very flexible. It's kind of got one sound. And again, the slap, I sort of get it, but why have a slap and not a reverb? Then again, if it was a reverb, why have a reverb? Why not leave that to something else? Unless you're going to give more flexibility, it's odd to have it there at all, I think. So yeah, I struggled with this one, to be honest. I just found that it was way too easy to make a vocal worse. I don't think that's the case with the Pulsar Vocal Studio. You'd have to really mess up to make it worse. This seems to not be particularly great at helping me get a good vocal sound quickly. It might be different coming at it fresh from someone that doesn't know anything, maybe. I don't know. I just think it's too tempting to compress too much, de-ess too much, remove too much mud, remove too much 2.5K, add a load of air, add some drive and some slap, and before you know it, you've ruined your vocal. So yeah, not loving it, if I'm honest. Demo wise, it's 14 days, can't argue with that. Price wise, it's $49. Now look, I think $49 is a bit of a sweet spot for plugin prices. I think that is the right sort of price. That's what these things should cost. In this case, I don't know, because I'm not sure it's really helping. Star rating, I'm afraid I'm only giving it 2 stars. It's a bit shit, in my opinion. I understand some people might find that it helps them, but I don't think it helps me. I think there's better tools out there. I'd save the $49 and spend it on something else, put it towards the Vocal Studio by Pulsar. Anyway, just my opinion. Sorry if you don't agree. Anyway, moving on. If you could like the video, that really helps. If you could subscribe to the channel, that helps even more. There's an Instagram, which is Mixdown Mastering. There's the website where we've got the top 5 plugins. There's also some courses on mixing and mastering and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. Watch the demo coming up, and I will see you next time. Adios, people.